Hello, my name's Martin. I'm from Sunderland, which is in the UK. I've been making model starships from Star Trek from roughly around about 13-14 year old. This is the first time I've done a YouTube video, so be patient with us. I'm going to do a couple of videos of the ships that I'm working on. I've only been lighting these ships up since, well, around about 8-9 years ago. Back then, there was no information out there how to light them up, what's the best ways and things like that. So, I've messed a few of them up, in fact. But through trial and error over the years, I've gradually getting better. Well, I would like to think I have. I'm also on a I'm on a budget, big style budget. Me funds are very low as I'm on benefits. So I would like to maybe help some modelers out there who are on tight budgets just like me. So I'm going to do a few videos of the ships I've done over the years, and hopefully it'll help you if you're struggling like I do. The first ship I'm going to do is one I'm doing at the moment. If I'd had a YouTube account a few years ago, I would have done them back then, but unfortunately I didn't. So firstly I'm going to start with the ship I'm working on at the moment, which is the USS Defiant from Deep Space Nine. Right, well, let's just get on with it. Well, this is the USS Defiant from Deep Space Nine. I'll turn the box on for you. Now, one of my daughters covers this off Amazon. I think it was £54. If you put that into like US dollars, it'll probably equalise out at around about $110, in somewhere in that region. What can I say about this kit? It is the worst kit I've ever had the misfortune of doing, and I've done bad kits. The Klingon Bird of Prey, for that image, for instance. That was a bad kit to do. Well, I thought it was. This kit, if you are just starting to do the model kits from Star Trek, or if you've only been doing them for a year or two, I highly recommend you do not even think about going anywhere near this kit. Nothing fits correctly. The lines on it are very poor, considering I'm painting. I haven't got the money for an airbrush. This is a horrendous kit, and as I'll be showing you soon, it's even worse to light up because it doesn't fit correctly. You can't contain the light inside like you can with the other starships, let's say Enterprise A for argument's sake, which does fit fine. The Polar Lights models are brilliant, they fit brilliantly. There is a few gap issues, but no major, nothing compared to this. This is horrendous. It really has got the correct name, Defiant, because it is defiant. Right, I'll go and get the model kit and I'll show you where I'm up to. Be back in a more. Right, hello. Well, as you can see, it's a good sized model. That's about the only good thing I can say about it, to be honest. Well, as you can also see, nothing fits correctly. I mean, you will be able to, once you go to final glue and push them together. But we'll crack it open and I'll show you where I'm up to at the moment. Take the stand off. Well, as you can see, I've light leaked it on. The white light blocked it. I'm going to get the camcorder and bring it over here so I can show you in better detail. Well, hopefully. Right, yeah, hello. Right, so I haven't put any lights or anything in this side yet. As you can see, I have with that side. It's spaghetti junction in there. So, well, as you can see with the windows, there's bits of paper on them there. You can see I've blackened it all off, light leaking, light blockage, whatever you want to call it. The reason why I put this paper on is because we can't get what in the States it's called clear windows, I think. We can't get it in Britain to fill in where you've drilled. So, and as you well know, when you put your LEDs in, if you leave them just hollowed out, you get a lot of light flare coming through. Too much. Just doesn't look right. So what I've done is I've used grease-proof paper from cooking, and the effect, I mean, you're not going to be able to see it here obviously because I haven't got the lights in yet. The effect is brilliant. It dullens down the light lovely, but the power of the LEDs still come through. Speaking about the LEDs, instead of buying individual LEDs, because yet again in Britain the LEDs are over £1 a piece, and you think about it, you put 60 LEDs in a model, that's £60. In American money that would be like $140, somewhere in that region. But I'll show you what I do. Yeah, so here's what I do. Instead of buying individual LEDs, clear LEDs, is I buy these. Now it's a head torch. Now I don't know if you can see that or not, but inside you have LEDs. Now just give us a moment. Right, so what I do is just open it up, take the reflector off, and what you have is 7 brand new LEDs. And as I say, instead of paying over £1 per LED, I pay £1 for that. So that's 7 LEDs for £1. In US currency that'll probably be like 50-60 cents. And what I do is unscrew the circuit board, and I get my soldering iron out, and I desolder the lights. I take the lights out, and then they end up in there. Right, so well, that's that. Right, let's go on to the top half of the Defiant. Right, there we go. As you can see, there's none of our hull markings on yet, but that's all going to be put on once before the light, before I do the coating, the clear coating. So when you get the model, these parts are not drilled out. You've got to drill them out yourself, and then obviously you will put those back in, paint them grey, put them back in. The bridge section is out, but I've had no luck with fibre optics whatsoever. Every time I touch the fibre optic it goes horribly wrong. Main navigational deflector, as you can see, it's very light blue, but there's a reason why it's that colour for. Yep, the Broussard collectors, torpedo launchers. Now the Broussard collectors, I originally painted them orange, and I used a matte paint for orange, and they've got red bulbs in, and the red, when the red bulb and the matte, the orange matte mixed, it didn't look right. It was too orange. So what I did was I scraped all the paint off, and I started again, and I brought some acrylic water-based paint. I watered it down, put it on, and it looked fine. Then I tried it with the lights on, and the light came through lovely. There was no interruption, the light was streaming through clear. So I let it dry, and I clear coated it. So that's basically that with that really. The main thing onto the lights. Now this part here where the buzzer ram scoop is, it's actually a top off of an inhaler. Now I'll go in an inhaler and I'll show you what I mean. Right, I have an inhaler. I think I'll turn this light on maybe so you can do a bit of a better sky. Right, I have an inhaler, there it's there, and what I did was I took the top off, like so. I painted it gloss white on the inside, so the light would reflect way better, and painted it matte black on the outside. As you can see, there we go, and then drilled the hole out on the back for the LED, and well, it worked brilliantly. So that was that. So there's another little tip. The warp engines, the selves, long story cut short, it's just pieces of cardboard. I cut a box up, painted it gloss white on the inside, as you can see, matte black on the out, and just made little boxes and put just one LED, super bright blue LED in, and that was that really, and sealed it up. What I use for a light sealer for light leakage, light bleed, most people will use like model putty. I've got nothing against model putty. It's, yet again, over in Britain, it's just too damn expensive. So what I use, and I prefer this because you can sculpt it into position with no need to sand it down or anything like that, is